Okay, so this is my first video, and I'm going to explain what Bell's palsy is and my story of dealing with it. So my name is Claire, and I'm 20 years old. I live in Canton, Michigan. I'm currently on summer vacation between my sophomore and junior year of college. I will be at Wayne State this fall studying biology. This past Friday will mark 2 weeks since I contracted Bell's palsy. Bell's palsy is a disorder caused by the inflammation of the facial nerve. It usually causes paralysis on half of your face, in this case my left. In the camera it might appear as my right. But as you can see, I cannot smile. On this side, I can't blink. Trying real hard right there. I can't actually shut my eye to sleep, so when I'm trying to shut both, it looks a little scary, I'm aware. I can't, for the first few days I couldn't breathe out of the side of my nose because the passage just kind of collapsed, and then I was able to breathe comfortably. I taped my eye down to sleep. It has not torn out any eyelashes. I use a medical tape. It did tear off some skin and the glue gets stuck, which is a little annoying, but it gets a lot better. The best thing to do when you have Bell's is to catch it early. In this case, I went to the emergency room when I realized that I had something wrong with me. Many people, I believe, wake up in the morning with it appears very suddenly with Bell's, and so it's a very scary thing, especially if you haven't heard of it before. I know I live at home with my parents, and they hadn't heard of it before, which is one of the reasons we went to the emergency room so quickly. I live a pretty sedentary lifestyle, but I am by no means unfit, if that's a term. I wait tables at a country club, and I work well for someone my size. I went through a full day. I worked a double on a Friday evening, and my face felt a little numb. It wasn't painful at that point. One of my girlfriends who worked there, she noticed that I was laughing funny, but thought nothing of it. When I was driving home, I saw in the mirror that I was not smiling, so I figured maybe I just slept funny. I'm gonna go to sleep, and if it's not better by morning, we'll do something. And when I could not shut my eye to go to sleep, I panicked. I woke my parents up and we went to the emergency room, and at this point I'm in tears. Everyone's kind of like, "You're handling it really well." I did freak out. I freaked out very much. I was put on antivirals and a corticosteroid as well as painkillers, and I take saline drops to keep my eye lubricated from drying out. Within a week I was out of medication, and I had a follow-up with my regular doctor. He put me back on medication, a heavier dose of steroids. That's probably the only complaint I really had besides just the general embarrassment Bell's can cause. It did not prevent me whatsoever from missing work. I was cleared in the emergency room from working for a few weeks. Well, not a few weeks, until my doctor cleared me, which turned out to be about a week. But I went to work at 10 a.m. the next day. I was smiling, if you can call it that. Again, I call my face, I have two emotions, happy Harvey Dent and sad Harvey Dent. But, no, back to my point. Steroids are a messy thing to be on. I have been drinking maybe like 2 to, I think the most was 7 of these in a day. Being thirsty was definitely a side effect, as well as not sleeping very well. I was sleeping only a few hours every night for the first round. When my prescription changed, I was taking my steroids only once a day as opposed to 3 times, and taking them earlier in the day prevented me from being awake all night. If you do contract Bell's, the best thing to do is not to panic. It does go away. Most cases, I believe, go away within 2 to 3 weeks. I am only beginning my 3rd week now, and I'm already seeing a lot of improvement. My face hangs naturally. Initially, one of my affected side was much lower, and now it's at a comfortable side. My lips were much thinner. Now they're much fuller compared to my functioning side. I'm able to move just a little bit of my eyebrow, which was not possible before, and closing it is getting easier. I'm also in physical therapy with the Michigan Rehabilitation Specialists. Speaking is a little difficult, so is eating. But it gets much better. I have had a total of 4 therapy sessions with my therapist, Nicole, and they have been extremely beneficial. The average therapy session starts with a therapeutic massage to loosen up the muscles. They became very, very tight when I couldn't use them, in addition to just having that facial nerve inflamed. I'm also doing a neuromuscular facilitated response where, using an electrical impulse, she can stimulate the nerve again, which allows movement to happen. Movement was slow at first, but it has now become much more dramatic while it is being used. When she stimulates nerves, like such up here along my forehead, I will attempt to raise my eyebrow while she actually does make it move, which does relax those muscles too. And it was explained to me because the nerves communicating with the brain, like saying fire, 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 and when nothing responds, it has nothing to do but cramp up. I also can blink my eye with it. When she stimulates it down here, I can smile when it's stimulated around here, so it's a very interesting thing to do. I actually sent her flowers because she makes me smile. But that's just kind of the person I am, making the best out of everything you can. What I hope to do is to understand Bell's better. No one's really sure what causes it. There's a supposed link between herpes and other viruses and contracting Bell's. I do have herpes 1. I got it from an ex-boyfriend, recently ex. I was in a bit of a stressful relationship. I did not have the support of my family, which is a nice thing to do as I begin my new healthy adventure. I consider it a cleaning phase. I cleaned my house, my room, my social life, and now we hope my body. So thank you for listening. I hope if this is someone with Bell's, you do put on the best smile you can and just, live life at its fullest. There's nothing you can't do. I've had everything happen to me with it. I've gone through work, I've gone to my nephew's birthday party, I've kissed, which is really awkward, and I know my comment to that gentleman was, you better keep your eyes closed because I can't shut both of them and it might be awkward. But, if you can get through it, there's nothing you can't do. So, see you later.